Hello, thank you for clicking on this video. This video covers the application process and requirements for the Smithsonian Exhibition Starter Kit, Many Voices, One Nation. A Smithsonian Exhibition Starter Kit is a partnership program with the Smithsonian Institution Traveling Exhibition Services. Grants provide funding for starter kit exhibitions in two phases for selected organizations to utilize templated Smithsonian resources and training to create local exhibitions using their own stories and images. Many Voices, One Nation is based on the original exhibit, Many Voices, One Nation, on view at the National Museum of American History. Through this exhibit, communities examine the diverse ethnicities, stories, and perspectives of people across the country's many unique regions. Local exhibitions will reflect the people, places, and stories that define their communities, as well as help commemorate our country's semi-quincentennial in 2026. This project occurs in two phases. Phase 1 is from February 2025 through February 2026. Up to 5 sites will be selected to receive up to $7,000 of funding. At the end of Phase 1, sites will deliver an exhibition script for their local complementary content, an object and image list, and a design and build plan for the exhibition. Selected sites will be required to reapply for Phase 2 in March 2026, with exhibition openings occurring by July 2026. During this phase, sites receive up to $10,000 for exhibition fabrication, installation, and complementary public programming. Funded sites receive a number of items and assistance with a starter kit. Funded sites receive a 5-year Smithsonian licensing agreement, which allows the exhibit to be displayed for up to 5 years in their local community. Sites also receive 2 ready-to-build standalone structures with banners for assembly, standing approximately 200 square feet of floor space, digital files for ready-to-print panels for local exhibition content totaling approximately 100 square feet of running wall space, and an exhibition handbook. Funded sites also receive a graphics package of design elements, digital promotional materials, and educational resources for community engagement. Funded sites will attend in-person and virtual trainings over a period of 1 year, hosted by Florida Humanities and Smithsonian staff, as well as receive ongoing project support from Smithsonian staff. Florida organizations registered for nonprofit purposes, including museums, historical societies, historic preservation groups, and Main Street organizations, are eligible to apply. Applicants must have a secured venue with sufficient floor space to cover 200 square feet for physical elements and 100 running feet of wall space for wall-mounted panels. The venue must be handicapped accessible, open a minimum of 25 hours a week to the public, and not charge an additional admission fee to view the exhibit. Individuals, for-profit organizations, and foreign governments and organizations are not eligible for funding. Fiscal sponsors are ineligible to apply. Florida Humanities and the Smithsonian will select organizations for support based on the following criteria. Small and mid-sized organizations and those located in rural communities with less than 25,000 residents will be prioritized. Organizations with the capacity to successfully complete all phases of the program, including sufficient staffing and scholarship to research and write the exhibition script, and collect local content, host the completed exhibition and complementary public programming over a multi-year period, and adequate financial resources in addition to Florida Humanities provided funds will also be prioritized. The application indicates a match between project objectives and demonstrated relevance to the starter kit framework, and the community's cultural assets will also be noted. And evidence of collaborative and community partnerships for all phases of the project will also be noted. The letter of interest is now available. Letters of interest are due by 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday, November 20th, 2024. Evaluators will then review letters of interest and notify organizations if they are approved to complete a full application. Full applications are due by Wednesday, January 22nd, 2025 at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Funded sites will be notified the week of February 10th, 2025, and an in-person project directors meeting in St. Petersburg, Florida will occur in March 2025. A letter of interest is an online form verifying your organization's eligibility and includes responses to narrative questions about your proposed exhibition. Letters of interest will be evaluated after the November 22nd deadline. This letter of interest is available through Florida Humanities online application portal at the link on screen. Before beginning your letter of interest, we recommend downloading and reviewing the complete application guidelines. The guidelines are available at the link on screen. There are 5 narrative questions in the letter of interest. First, we ask that you share about the mission of the organization, the community demographics, population size, and the expected primary audience for this project. Then, describe your organization's exhibition curation and fabrication experience, the relevant stories in your community related to the starter kit theme, and local initiatives tied to America's 250th. Lastly, we ask you to identify key community partners for exhibition production. The full application will be available to sites with approved letters of interest. Up to $7,000 of funding is available for request. The application consists of narrative responses, support documents, and a project budget including a demonstration of a one-to-one cost share. The application will be available through the online portal at the link on screen. There are 5 narrative questions in the application. First, we ask that you share about the history, mission, and community's demographics. Then, describe the venue or space where the exhibition will be installed. Identify relevant connections between your community, the exhibition themes, and the semi-quincentennial. You will also be required to identify specific objects and/or artifacts you would plan to include in the exhibit. Identify each member of the core project team, including the project director and your local lead scholar. Lastly, share key organizational partners that you will work with on the development of the exhibit content and those that will provide additional financial, programmatic, and/or promotional support. There is space in the application for 5 required supporting documents and 3 optional supporting documents. A full project work plan and timeline, photos of the proposed exhibition space, photos of previous exhibitions, samples of marketing materials for previous programs and exhibitions, and a letter of commitment and brief bio for the lead scholar are all required. These uploads only support 1 file per upload, but the file may be multiple pages long. Applicants may upload images of the organization's archives and collections to help illustrate the local narrative, letters of support from community partners, and brief biographies of project personnel and participating scholars, all as optional documents. Applicants may request up to $7,000 of funding. $2,000 of funding is a required allocation for the Smithsonian licensing fee for the exhibition content. The remainder of the funding may be allocated for honoraria for a local lead scholar to research and write exhibition content, travel costs for the in-person project director meeting, equipment costs related to local content gathering, such as microphones and recording devices, not exceeding 20% of your overall request, expenses related to local content gathering, such as venue rental and marketing for content gathering events, professional contracted services for exhibition development, writing, and editing, and indirect costs up to 10% of your total request. Cost share, or match, is the portion of the total project costs not covered by Florida Humanities funding. A minimum of a 1-to-1 match of requested funds is required for this application. Cost share can be accrued through cash and/or in-kind goods and services. All estimated cost share contributions must be incurred during the grant contract period and used to support activities included in the approved project application. In addition to staff and volunteer time directly related to the execution of the project, eligible cost share should include all estimated expenses not covered by Florida Humanities funds. As a reminder, the letter of interest is due by November 20th, 2024 at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Full applications for approved applicants are due by January 22nd, 2025 at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We recommend reviewing the complete guidelines before beginning a letter of interest. For any questions, please contact Florida Humanities Grants team at the email on screen. Thanks for watching.